Imagine it's Monday morning. You get called into legal, and they ask you, what was it that you were doing 2 weeks ago on ChatGPT that caused a critical leak of corporate information and privacy data to the internet? What evidence would you provide? What data could you show them about what you were doing and what you weren't doing? My name's Albert, and I'm the inventor and developer of the Project Management Process Accelerator, where we take your team from project charter to development-ready work items in minutes and not months. This scenario that I paint for you is not imaginary, it's real. And this is what project teams and companies today are really facing. The tools that are enabled to us allow our team members to do some pretty wild and amazing things. Unfortunately, it also allows bad actors to do some very wild and unfortunately amazing things as well. The security tools that we have today don't really restrict what an authorized user can do. So if someone were to gain unauthorized access or an authorized user were to do something that was unethical, the logs don't give us much information today. They consist mostly of detailing that a user has logged in, that they've interacted with the platform, say ChatGPT or OpenAI, that they've had a session so many minutes at a certain time of day and that the session was successful. So many tokens may have been expended and a cost has been incurred. Well, that's not going to get you out of a court of law. It's not going to get you out of jail, and it's not going to be very submissible in court to save your butt. So what can you do as a business? What can you do as an individual to correct this situation and to prevent a catastrophe which is going to happen at one point or another? Well, the PMPA tool, which we provide to businesses throughout the world, has a very, very detailed auditing system that allows the end user to be tracked at a very, very detailed level. Additionally, it's a buffer layer that sits between the AI LLM models that we connect to and the end user. So this way, there is a controlled barrier that we're watching and monitoring, logging and auditing, which you can come back to and see all the details. Who was logged in? What did they prompt the system with? What were the responses? What time did this happen? Where did they log in from? So this protects the business. This protects the individual. If they're acting ethically, then they can protect themselves. I did these things at this time on this date, so I'm in the clear. The business can use this tool to protect itself by having secure logins, control to the AI tools, control to the environments that it connects to, and it can protect itself from unauthorized logins. Secondarily, the way that we have our PMPA tool authenticate to your project management system and the AI LLMs, we restrict the types of prompting and the types of interactions that can be performed. So our tool cannot go in and delete, it cannot go and update things that fields and issues that it's not supposed to. So first of all, it can't delete anything whatsoever. It can only update and create fields and issue types that it's authorized to within the bounds of the workflows. So even if a nefarious actor were to gain access to the tool, at worst, they could create a bunch of new issues or update a bunch of issues. And even then, they would not be able to actually have access to the data within those issues. So we've created a buffer between the end user and your project management system so that the end user of the PMPA tool has to really know what they're executing the workflows on. So if a nefarious actor comes in and executes a workflow, they are not going to be able to see the actual details of what's in those project charters, what's in those epic features, what's in those user stories, what your proprietary data is. That data is transferred between your project management system, the large language models, it's chewed over by the AI, and then it's put back into your project management system. There are some statuses and summary that is put into the tool that the nefarious actor could see, but it's very far from the details of what could give them a competitive advantage or any sort of negative outcome. I'm sure there may be some exceptions, but that will be a very marginal case. So as you're a business thinking about what AI tools should you be enabling to your product team and your project teams, you need to think about, should you be giving them full-on access to an AI tool that, one, if they're using responsibly, can give them a lot of value, but if used irresponsibly, can put you as a business in a very bad state. If the individual is not using it responsibly or has maybe some ill tendencies towards you, then can be a lot of trouble for the individual as well as for your business. And more importantly, if you work in an industry, let's say healthcare or government or other restricted industry where you need to provide a lot of detailed auditing and protection, maybe legal industry, where you need to show what have you been doing exactly on what date? How have you interacted with these systems? What have you shared and what haven't you shared? You need to put a real buffer, a real intelligent layer in between the AI system and your business practice. Something that's auditable, something that's submissible, and something that's controllable. So the Project Management Process Accelerator, the PMPA.ai tool that we provide, enables your business to do exactly that. So if this is interesting to you and it's going to be helpful, I encourage you, take a look at our website, take a look at some of our demonstrations, and reach out to us and contact us for a demo, and we hope to gain your business. So with that, thank you and have a great day.